So this is something that's always been bewildering to me. When you are a child.
Bewildering.
Right? When you are a child and you go to buy your family members presents for Christmas.
Yes.
You use your family members' money.
Child?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like, did you guys ever have like the? I'm trying to even think of the scenario. Like, we called them Santa's shop or Santa's workshop or whatever.
Okay.
And there would be like some company would come in or whatever, and they would like take up one room, and they would put together like all these random, gifts from like $2 to $20.
Yeah.
And they'd just be like random shit. Mm-hmm. And we would always just be like, I would go in there and be like, oh, what would my dad, what would my mom want?
Where
right?
is this?
Yeah,
At our school. We had it at our school.
Huh.
And we called it like Santa's workshop or something. And all it was someone would come in and they would have a shit ton of toys. And then we would, quite literally, and then every kid would have a chance at some point to go buy gifts with the own money that we brought. If you didn't bring money, you didn't have to go.
Right.
And
you're saying you got the money from your parents.
Yeah. But the funny part is you just get the money from your parents. So
Right.
your parents are buying shit.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't have that specific, whole
Oh, you
workshop.
guys didn't have Santa's workshop?
No,
I don't
I'd
know
never
what
heard that
is.
before.
But yeah, it was very similar. Like let's say for example it was like my mom's birthday or Mother's Day or something like that, and I'm a kid, right? Like I just go shopping with my dad and my brother and my sister, and then he buys it, and he's like, or he asks me like, oh, what do you want to get mom? Or
Right,
something like that.
And I
It's like,
completely understand.
this, I guess
Well, and there's like nothing. Obviously,
it's
they
just
don't make
it's just
their own
from
money.
you. Oh yeah.
Right.
But it's just hilarious that you're
taking credit of that.
Like realistically, if it's your mom's birthday and it's your dad's money, most parents share a bank account. So realistically, your mom's still buying her own.
Yeah. Well, one time we bought my dad a wallet with his money. It was funny. I call me an asshole, but like, there's been many times in my life that I didn't even have anything to do with the gift,
100%.
And your name's on it.
Right. Not even like, oh, this is from the Steinhauer family, Sam, JD, and Samantha and Chad. It wasn't like that. We're talking like there's been a couple times in which I'm getting a Christmas present for my sister. My mom just bought some random thing that I didn't have anything to do with, and she said, "Hey, you want to give this to your sister?" I'm like, yeah.
Oh, and did you even know what it was?
Well, I mean, I knew what it was when she asked me. I was like, sure. But I didn't pick it out or pay for it or anything. I just wrote my name on it.
It's just
here
from
you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
the only thing that matters is how old were you when this last happened?
Let's see. What year is it now? Probably, when I was older in high school, maybe even like freshman in college. Last few years hasn't been that way.
Okay. I mean, if you were like, dude, last year,
No.
my sister
Last couple
got
years,
this,
my sister
I'd be-
always. I hate my sister for this reason. She buys so much better gifts than me.
He does not hate his sister.
Well, I know I
Yeah,
love my
I know.
sister, but I'm just saying.
But you could never match that.
Right? There's so much better stuff. Like one time, she found like these old letters in our attic from like my great grandparents that were writing to each other from Missouri to here about how like they want to get married and all this stuff.
Yeah.
My sister types them up into a book, gets it bound, and gives it to my dad for Christmas. I'm like,
whoa.
I'm like,
That's
hey, Dad,
nice.
here's
above and beyond.
my dad. Here's a T-shirt.
It's
Yeah, here you go.
polo for you.
He's like, I hope you can fit in a large. Yeah.
Here's a T-shirt. It says Ford Motor Company. Dad.
You know what I mean?
I hope you
Like,
like it.
it's like she just has such good stuff. Anyways,
Maybe, she's just not more sentimental, but just like, I don't know.
she's like, I don't know.
She definitely gives it more effort.
That's
Right,
something that's
yeah,
important
yeah.
to her, maybe. So like,
Right.
she puts in the work.
Yeah, and like she's always like
she's best at it.
So she would always she would always get great gifts for me, and I didn't really, I got her good stuff, but like it wasn't really me, like it wasn't ever really from me, not necessarily. But so the last couple of years, I've had to kind of make up for it a little
up the
bit.
game.
Mostly like it's just mostly more money. It's not necessarily like more meaning. Yeah. But I mean, each their own, I guess. Yeah, money talk. Hey.
I'll go ahead and says people like expensive shit.
Was decorating Christmas trees like a family affair for you guys?
Yeah, that was fun. It wasn't
it
necessarily a family affair, I would say. It was mainly my mom that would do it 100%.
Okay.
But me and my sister would always love like that time because it was just so much fun.
Definitely a family affair for me.
Like
we
everyone
definitely did it
joining
together.
in.
Now the part like, did you guys have anything during that time of the year that was like off limits?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean rules wise?
So we had one thing that like we weren't allowed to do with Christmas presents, and that's my
we weren't
dad's
allowed
one.
to
We weren't
touch
allowed
them.
to count them or touch them. Like it was just like it's supposed to be a surprise, you know.
Okay.
Like, you can't know what's yours.
Right.
And like I'll never forget, I got in huge trouble one year because my sister and brother both talked me into count them one night.
Oh,
So, like I went
you've
down
told me
there and
this
like
before.
I was like counting each and every present, like keeping tally marks on how many it was mine, how many was her, you know. Like and I like did this like
I like how they send you
secretive,
down there
and my
to do it.
dad caught me and like blew up and was like, "Which one do you want to lose? Pick which one you want to lose." And I'm like, "No, Dad, I
Oh,
don't
you had to
wanna
go. You had
lose
to go
one."
minus a present.
Yeah, I had to go down a present.
Oh,
I
my
don't think
goodness.
I ended up actually being down a present. But
Right.
It was like it was the fear of losing out on a present. It was like
That's
torturous,
good.
you know.
Yeah.
But the other thing I would say is like during that time, do any of your parents ever write like the dog's name? Or
Yes.
still
Yes.
write Santa?
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
a thing.
My
yeah.
dad still writes Santa or like Dahlia, our dog's name. And it's like
Yes.
bro,
From or
yeah,
to?
from. And it's like, bro,
100%. No,
what?
I mean, is he just using the same old tags? Because that's what my mom does.
Wait, your mom uses the same.
No, we have
tags?
For
we had
sure.
sticker tags.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
We're,
So
we're
they're
sticker
destro-
taggers.
Huh?
Yeah.
How much you reuse them though? They're destroyed.
Oh no, it's a thing. Like we save them.
The sticker tags.
But it's on the wrapping paper. No. That gets
It's a
shredded.
little piece of paper. You put a little tape on it and put it on the thing.
Oh no!
Oh, but it's still a dangler.
You go to Dollar Tree. You go to this little section, and they have these little cutouts that are all Christmassy.
Yeah, it's literally
and
just
it says
stickers.
to, and you write your whoever.
And
And it
it's
says
in-
from. And
it's
you
a
write your
sticker,
name,
you
and
peel it?
Peel it.
Yes,
and
you
Okay,
peel
well,
it
see,
on
we have ours are like a cardboard, like card stock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're fancy.
Yeah. So then you
Same with
take-
like the bows. Like we put them in a bag. Same for next year.
We
Wrapping
used to
paper,
do
same
that
thing.
with some of like the nicer, ribbon and stuff. My mom would be like, "Hey, keep
Wrapping
that."
paper, same thing in terms of if you rip it up, it's kept.
No, but
okay.
we don't rip it up.
You guys go open
You guys
nicely.
unfold.
Like my aunt would be mad. She's like, "You better tear that." But like when it's like at my, but we're like,
Whoa. Tell me, you guys would unfold it like origami and then save the paper?
correct.
What in the fuck?
At Chad's
Would
sounds.
suck.
Everyone's got like a suit and tie on.
Oh no,
Then they wake up and they're like, nope, no opening presents. Your hair's not quite done, son.
no. It was like like we knew like my mom wanted to try to save it, so it was like one. We have this one piece of wrapping paper that's green and it's all sparkles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like all sparkles. And my mom always wraps my Uncle Randy's gift with that wrapping paper. And he's like this 6'6" trucker. Like,
doesn't
and
care
with
at
this-
all.
Oh, no, he's just like, because he always gets sparkles all over him from this wrapping paper. It's so, on his face, on his clothes. It's hilarious. One other thing that's like kind of, I think is pretty funny with our family. Like, we do like kind of the same thing. Like, my mom doesn't really, she doesn't like, my mom will always tell us, like, I spent around the same dollar amount on all of you. It doesn't really matter about the number of gifts. It's just the same dollar amount. But we always know, when we're done with all the gifts under the tree, we're going to sit there for 5 minutes. My mom's going to be like, okay, you have one more. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she's like,
Like hiding that she
yeah,
didn't put
and she's
under the
like,
tree.
go look. And we have, we cut this kind of bougie, actually. My sister and I both have fake Christmas trees in our rooms.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on, can we stop for a second?
Yeah,
Bougie?
yeah.
Is that a word that was just used?
That's a term.
Yeah, that's a term. That
Can
was
we
the
get a
best.
definition?
That was the best. It's like it's
From the
it's over. It's a little over the top.
Yeah.
That's all it means? Just a
It's
little
a
over
little, it's a
the
little
I
over
think
the
it's
top.
derived from bourgeoisie. Do you remember who the
Yeah.
bourgeoisie was?
The upper class,
Yes.
which we aren't, but
Yes.
it's like it's a little extra. It's a little extra.
Okay,
a little
fair
extra.
enough. I just want to know
So-
the true definition
She'd be like,
used by
yeah.
someone who's not rapping
That's
or
fair. That's fair.
Oh, is that a term in a lot of rap?
I don't know.
Bad and Bougie. It's one of the most famous songs last year.
But anyways, so we have Christmas trees in our rooms. My mom would put some little thing up there. It was the same process every time. She'd, we'd go right up there like, oh, it's gonna be something. Well,
When did she get it up there that you guys
I
have it on
mean,
the
we
scene?
know, and now at this point we know it's gonna happen. So it's like
Okay.
we'll just walk down the stairs. My mom will walk upstairs, put it up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll open up. She'll have some little riddle like, ooh, go to where
this is
this one.
fun.
I like
this, yeah.
So we go to that one, and it's like some other box, like I mean, this is then like it opens up, and here's one year it was like Beats or like your Beats
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
one of them. One time it was like a phone. My first phone was one of these things.
Oh, okay. So
This
visual.
year was my leather jacket which was great.
So she goes best for last.
Best for last, and she usually kind of hands them to us in ascending order. The
Right.
first one's going to be, here's your socks, here's your stuff, and at the end it's going to be like,
That's funny.
yeah,
Do you know what you're getting every year?
no.
No.
I can literally tell
So
you
when I was a
right
kid,
today
yeah,
what
kinda.
I'm going to get for my dad.
I think that's kind of
3
cool,
months.
actually.
From your dad?
I can tell you right now what I'm going to get.
Oh, is he a repeat?
Oh, he's a repeater for
What
sure.
is it? What is it?
Oh,
So,
well, yeah, but your
my dad is going to go to Fiddler's Green.
Okay.
He is going to shop for Anthony, myself, and Cody all at the same time.
Okay.
He's going to grab...
Wait. Can I finish this story for you once you get to the spot that needs to be finished? Can I tell you what you do after that? Can I tell this?
Oh, yeah. You can definitely tell that part. My dad's going to go over to the Nike section. He's going to grab 2 polos or 3 polos, depending on if he feels frisky or not. He's going to grab a bottom...
On the clearance rack?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's a key
He's going
part.
full price.
Key part of the story, though.
My dad's like a $90 polo kind of guy.
Right.
Even though the same polo is $27, he's a $90 polo guy. Yeah. And then he buys one bottom, such as a short or a pant. And
he does.
He normally gets like a jacket or a sweater or something over the top, like that, over the top of a polo. He will get us a box of balls, all different. We can't have the same one. So like someone will get Pro V1, someone will get Pro V1X, someone will get he'll get 3 different ones.
Yeah.
And then usually something really random, just something really, really random. And that's our one, where'd you think of that? Like one year he got us he got them all at his dealership. He got like these solar powered phone chargers. And I was like, where the fuck do you think of that one, Pops? He'll do something really random like that.
Yeah.
Or one year his guy who's his personal trainer.
Yeah.
He has this guy who he started a company. Sometimes I wear his clothes. And like one year he bought like 5, all of us like 6 of those things, and we're like, cool, man, thanks. Like this random brand we don't know. That's just all workout gear. But yeah, like he's like, I can literally tell you what we're gonna get every year, unless I ask him for something. If I said, hey Dad, I want like a new iron, or like just like a wedge, I would definitely get that wedge. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like if I said, Dad, I want a rangefinder, I would get a rangefinder. It's just like if I don't ask, I always say like, I don't know, man. Like I don't need anything.
Right.
It's always the same thing every year. Yeah.
So then after that,
before you finish, the best part is Nike's best brand's Tiger Woods, right? Like clearly, everyone knows that. Tiger Woods polo is better than just your everyday Nike polo, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Will we all agree? Yeah?
Sure. I guess.
yeah, absolutely.
Your guys' word for
I'm the only one who doesn't get fucking Tiger Woods shit. Somehow, and they're the same price. I don't know. Anthony every year, all his shit, Tiger Woods, and he's not even his son. And then my brother last year finally got upgraded to Nike or Tiger Woods shit. I was still stuck here with no Tiger Woods shit. I'm sitting here thinking, bro, what the fuck? I'm your favorite. You like me more than them. Yeah.
So then after this process all happens,
This
Connor
is why
then
you buy me Tiger Woods
waits,
shit.
for whatever reason, waits forever.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Then goes back to Fiddler's Green, returns all the crap that his dad got him, and buys 3. Actually, this is verbatim how Connor would say it. He's like, I'd like to go back to Fiddler's, return all, get 3 times the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I just go to clearance rack.
Go to clearance rack. He's like, Tiger Wood, pull up.
One year I brought back. This is great. I brought back 4 things or 5 things. It was like $200 and something, almost $300, and I was like, what? I literally go to clearance rack. 3 of the same things he bought me were $20. And I was like, well, I'll just get him the same thing. He'll never know the difference. I just got $70 out of it.
That's not what Connor will go return the stuff, buy other stuff, that stuff his dad didn't buy him.
Right.
Then he'll go back to his dad, and Ron will be like, hey, is that something I got you? He's like, sure is. Hey, what's going on you?
Every time.
He doesn't know.
Like,
Yeah, no, he's not gonna remember.
one year he got me a polo, and I rocked this like lime green sweet polo that I like, got myself from it. I was like, dude, this thing's balling. He's like, I get you that? And I was like, sure did, Dad. He's like, God, I did good. And I was like, you sure did, Dad.
I also think it was cool how, like for Danielle, he said he was going to Victoria's Secret and just talk to somebody about, hey, get this much stuff.
You will, or your dad
No,
will?
so my dad will literally. My dad does all his own shopping for the most part. So my dad will go to Victoria's Secret or Buckle. He likes both of them, and he'll be like, "I have, my daughter-in-law. Well, I don't know what he says for Danielle.
Right.
And he goes, I need 4 things: small, extra small, medium,
Yeah.
4 each.
He'll
What do I
talk
get?
to some person
Yeah,
on the floor.
what do I get? And they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, you need to get this, you need to get that. Every year Danielle gets it. And like Danielle has gotten into the thing where she does it with me. Like if it's something like she doesn't really like, she'll take it back.
Yeah.
And my dad will say it too. Like my dad puts in gift receipts on all of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like if you want to take it back, go ahead and do it. because he doesn't like know, like especially for the girls. With the guys, he doesn't do it because he's like, I know what to get them, you know.
So wait, did you just tell me you don't have a receipt then in that case? And because
you don't have to. Fiddler's just nice.
Yeah, because Fiddler's so great. They'll give you anything.
Fiddler's do anything. And so like Danielle one year, she got like a freaking shirt from Buckle. Yeah. And a shirt and a sweatshirt from Buckle. Okay. Or 2 shirts. And we were like thinking like, oh, you're gonna get $60. You can like pitch in a little bit and get a pair of pants or something. She goes back, she had like $200-something, and she got a freaking like sick ass watch.
Whoa, that's what she did instead?
Yeah, that's what she like returned it and got instead. And I was like, that's ball. And she still had money left over. And like my dad actually does a pretty good job of getting stuff. His only issue is he thinks it's like cool to get like the matching stuff. So like if he sees like a sweatshirt and leggings and they match, he's getting both of them.
Yeah.
And like most girls don't rock the matching stuff, like that.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But like it was a big thing.
It wasn't 04.
And so my dad's like definitely like
like one of those old time Adidas like sweatsuits.
Well, no, not quite like that. Like they'll have like black leggings and that like color thing down the side,
and it's the
then they'll
color,
also go the same color pattern on top. And it's like it's not like a jumpsuit, but it's like they definitely were meant to go together. Right. And like most girls don't
like
rock that together.
I think of like the pink sweats and a pink jacket or something. You know what I mean?
Like every year, and Danielle will get something like that, and it's like, what do we got to do? You know, should we make a change? You know,
right?
And like it's something we contemplate. And then last year, finally, my brother every year is like he's kind of an asshole for this, but kind of smart at the same time. So my brother gave me like a handful of stuff that I had to go take back and get him new shit for him.
Oh, he made you do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy, just like talking about this. How soon, like Christmas is coming up,
dude. I know,
and it seemed like it just happened.
I know.
You know what I mean, like Christmas just happened.
What year do you no longer get gifts?
Never. Never. You're always gonna be getting gifts or giving them.
I mean, yeah, I'm still.
You think my dad is gonna be giving me gifts forever?
Of course, it's your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My mom still gets her like my grandparents things every single year.
Is it still just one item? You know?
Yeah.
Like at some point it becomes like one item. What year does it become the one item?
I think it's probably once you get married. That's what I'm thinking. I think
my brother and my sister are riding strong. Is it because I'm still in the picture?
Maybe. But see, but then you're shortchanged. Think about this. You're 4 years younger than your brother?
I know what you're about to say.
I'm 8 years younger than my brother.
Okay, 8 years younger than your brother. At some point in time, your dad's going to say, all right, we're just not going to do gifts anymore, guys. Like, but I want you to come over.
For everybody at the same time.
Yeah, we're just not going to do gifts anymore. You got shortchanged by 8 years. Your brother was alive for 8 years before you were. So we got 8 years extra gifts.
I know. And I didn't get braces. No, both those motherfuckers got braces.
Yeah, you got some nice ass teeth, though.
Well, you wanted braces?
No, I didn't get braces. But both my brother and my sister
I thought you were
did.
saying it like you were jealous at first or something like that.
No. I always just anytime my parents are like, like they never said, I don't know if we can like afford it, because I didn't ask for much as a kid. But anytime like I'd be like, hey, I want this, and they'd give me that look, and I'd be like, I didn't get braces. Save you 3 G's or save you 5 G's.
I see.
And I gotta do that. Like one year, my mom goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" And this is like, I don't know, I'm probably like a junior or senior in high school.
Yeah.
I want a PS4, Mom. She goes, okay, I'll get it. Like that's all she said. And that's all I literally, and like we're at Christmas.
Request.
Well, I mean, at the time, I don't know, like $300 or whatever. Yeah. And I feel like most parents probably spend like
total
$300.
Yeah.
So like literally we're at Christmas. Everyone's getting presents. I'm not getting any. And my mom goes, Connor, you're not going to get a gift. You're going to get one gift. I said, okay. And I knew what it was. She's like, everyone else got, other gifts. Like, you asked for one thing. And I was like, right. That's fine. Like, I'm not mad at it. Like, okay. And then like I opened it up and I got I got my PS4. I was like, this is awesome. Like,
you guys do stockings?
Yes.
Oh, guaranteed. We do stockings here.
Same way.
Like the best part.
Stockings is my favorite thing.
I feel like it's the same. It's the same stuff. It's like some candy. It's like
there's gonna be a toothbrush in there.
Right. So kind of
my dad likes to do lottery tickets.
Yeah, lottery tickets. That's a good one. That's a good gift.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
My mom definitely does do like the standard stocking. I'm not a standard stocking kind of guy.
What's in a Connor Clack given stocking?
Yeah, what's the standard?
I definitely do like candy and stuff like normal, but I make sure I get like their favorites. Like my mom's like go to the dollar store and grab 5 things all the same and put it in everyone's stocking, or like 5 different gums, put it in everyone's stocking. Like I'm like Jay's getting banana Laffy Taffy. Right. Like I'm getting favorite black licorice. Jay's getting this like dark chalk. I'm putting it all in there, right?
Yeah.
But I also like try to like get creative. So like with the girls, I got them bath bombs.
Okay.
And, like random things that they're gonna use that would fit in a stocking that like you wouldn't think about.
So is the definition of a stocking gift literally something that will fit in a stocking?
Correct.
Okay.
Like
but you're never going to find an iPhone in a stocking.
My
don't
biggest
think
gift
so.
one year was in a stocking.
Is there a dollar limit, a dollar threshold that also constitutes a stocking gift?
That's a good question.
Because there's no rules to this. It's just like, that's a stocking gift.
You want?
It's all eye
One
test.
time
It's
my
all eye
dad got
test.
my mom like a piece of jewelry. I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
I think it was like a necklace. Obviously, that's small. And he put it in her stocking to be like, funny. He put it all at the bottom of the thing. Clearly, that's
See-
not a small thing.
See, what I like about it personally is I think you put it in there, but I put wrapped gifts in there. If I buy
Yeah.
something small that can fit in a stocking, I would put it in a stocking.
I've
but
had
I'm
a couple
wrapping
wrapped
it,
gifts.
so
I've had
you-
a couple wrapped things
Not
in a
only do
stocking.
you open it out of a stocking,
there's
you're like,
also
oh
a
shit, it's
second-
also a present. So therefore,
So
you still
that,
get the same
clearly,
effect.
so that clearly makes it more special than just a normal run-of-the-mill candy or something like that.
Correct.
But
Yes.
But you have to wrap it. If you're going to
Yeah.
go expensive in a stocking, it needs to be wrapped.
Yeah.
It can't just be open and be like, holy shit, an iPhone. You know,
Right,
like-
yeah.
Right.
But if it's wrapped and it's an iPhone, it's like, holy shit, this is an iPhone.
Dude, I've got like 3 years worth of stocking candy
Still?
in my bed at my parents' house.
Right now?
You just don't eat it.
No, it's just there, and it's always going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's nice stuff. It's like Euphoria chocolate type stuff.
Dude,
Why don't you re-gift
get
it?
rid of it?
That's a good idea.
Why don't you re-gift it to like Danielle or Christmas?
Because usually it's like
Love that shit.
basketballs. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna make chocolate wrapped basketballs or something like that.
So?
Oh yeah. Well,
would eat those just
I mean,
for
why am I gonna buy
honestly.
Danielle chocolate wrapped basketball? That's very clearly a re-gift. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think Danielle gives a shit if it's re-gift? She's going to put
like-
chocolate.
she's like,
Yeah,
she's like, they're like, and they're basketballs.
yeah, I'll make a positive of it.
Chocolate. Basketballs?
Yeah.
You guys,
The gum I ate the gum.
yeah,
Sometimes
of course, that's
the
great.
You'd be sad about
lifesavers, the occasional lifesaver,
Yeah,
or
that's a
See,
common.
like-
what's the
Lifesavers money.
things sweet? Not sweet tarts. The thing that's like they're in a little can.
Smarties.
Nope, they're in a can such as an Altoids can. It's kind of something like that. But then one side opens, half of the can opens up.
Lifesavers.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about like Altoids, but
It's not
they're
Altoids, it's like candy
They're,
more.
they're,
The
oh.
ones that are flavored very.
They're
Oh, I
very
thought you were talking
sugary.
about mints.
They're pretty sugary. One
I know
side,
exactly.
okay.
One's a share side, one's a single
Exactly.
side.
What are those
Yeah.
called?
Wait, but there's a candy?
It's called Lifesavers mints.
No, it's
I
not.
swear
It's
they're called
not.
Lifesavers.
It's not called Lifesavers.
I know what you're talking about.
Hold on.
There's like a neon green one, and it's like a tropical flavor or something like that.
I don't know what these are.
Lifesavers might have something that did.
It's
something.
not Lifesavers.
Carl, you know exactly
I
what they
know
are.
what you're talking about.
It's
And they have
something separate.
speckles?
Yes.
Yep.
Little
What are
speckles.
those
You know what
things
you're talking
called?
about now. I don't know if those are called, but I do know what you're talking about now.
Guys, we all know what these things are called.
Do we
Do I need to look this up right now to look up?
possibly?
If you can even get it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
You're gonna get it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Answer me this.
Anyway, what I was gonna ask
Okay.
was, are you guys a one gift on Christmas Eve?
No.
I am.
It's not Christmas yet,
We've always
baby.
done that. We've always done that. One gift
Really?
at night. Yeah. And like you usually pick just like the smallest one or something like that, or what you think is gonna be like. Just
See, I personally, I don't like doing it on Christmas Eve.
what?
Like
I-
Danielle's family always is like, can we open one? I'm like, no, it's not Christmas. Like,
One or
wake
all,
up
though?
at 7 a.m., wake everyone's ass up. Let's get some breakfast.
Yeah,
and
but
let's
you
open
want-
it up
yeah, but
early in the morning.
you
Like,
want a
I-
little tease.
No. You want the like the weight, the anticipation,
Oh,
all
okay.
night long.
You don't wanna
like, when I was a
breach- you don't
kid,
wanna
bro,
breach that before
When I was a
Christmas?
kid, I could not sleep.
Oh yeah, me. Well,
I could not sleep. Like I waited up all night,
you
just
were
like
staying
staring
up.
at the ceiling, like I have to be asleep, but I can't be asleep. I have to be asleep, but I can't be asleep. And then when it hit like
I would
5 in the
fall
morning
asleep, but-
or 6 in the morning,
Yes.
I would dead sprint
Oh,
into
you're
my
right.
parents' room, and I would just just full jump straight in between them, just like let's fucking go! It's Christmas, baby!
that kid.
Oh, I was that
You
kid,
were
dude.
that
I
kid.
fucking loved
You
it,
were,
man.
Is it icebreakers?
Yes.
Icebreakers,
Okay.
funny, hit it on the dot. But you know what I mean? Like, wait, you weren't the kid that was that excited for Christmas?
No, I was excited. What would happen is I would be able to fall asleep, and then the first time I woke up, whatever time that was, I would get up because it's like, okay, now I can't go back.
I mean, I would probably fall asleep
Yeah.
at some point, but yeah.
I get up, and then my mom's always out like in the kitchen very early morning because she's like making like the dinner. She has to like prep the rolls and stuff
Right.
like that, start doing the ham or the turkey, whatever. So she's already up, right? And so then I'm just like talking to my mom, like, hey, where's Dad? He's not up yet either, right? And then it always ended up where somehow it was either my sister or my brother that just. There was never any urgency. I was the only one that had urgency. Yeah, and it was like it was either one of them that was still asleep somehow, and I'm like, so we're waking them up, right? Like, we gotta get out.
Like, we're not doing this all day.
Yeah, no.
This is a morning shit. shit day.
Several times I remember going in and waking Bo up
Oh, I've had to do that. I've had to wake up
when
my
we were
sister
really
and my
young.
brother.
But yeah, he would be the last one somehow. It's
But
like,
you
what?
best bet, like, they're getting their ass woke up.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like, they're getting woke up in a rude way, too. Like, I'm full-blown pile driving, jumping onto them
I would not do that.
mid-sleep. Oh, I did all the time. And then they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, it's Christmas. Like it's the one time a year you can jump on someone and they can't get angry back. Like they have to be like, fuck, you're right, it's Christmas, I better get my ass up.
There was one year we did all of our presents on Christmas Eve. Every single one.
Yeah, I know several people that do that.
So-
That's psychotic.
Just one. No, we never do one present on Christmas Eve ever.
I lied.
What made?
I lied.
Was
There's a
it
good
like
reason.
a family thing? Like
Nope.
you were seeing everybody. Oh, what?
No, there was a good reason. It was like I told you guys. There was a few years where like my parents just couldn't do any gifts. We had zero. Like not one thing.
Right.
There was nothing. Like my mom told us well in advance. Like, hey guys, there's gonna be nothing.
Right.
So this was. I think I could be making this story more fairy tale, just out of not remembering.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure this was the year after that.
Okay.
So it was the first year after that we were getting gifts,
So
right?
anticipation was just high.
And I think my mom was just so excited for us to open stuff that she was like, "I want to open all the gifts now."
I see.
yeah.
She wanted.
And we
you
didn't,
guys to-
like, but for whatever we didn't have a Christmas tree though.
Oh.
That I don't know. So maybe that was the exchange.
Maybe.
Like I remember our gifts were just on our kitchen table.
You did say that to me. You said one year you guys did do that. Like,
Okay.
you didn't spend money on the other stuff.
Okay.
And you went
Yeah.
directly to that.
Yeah. I don't know. And it was also the year we were going to move into our new house, which was a very long process. The following year, I believe. And we didn't like when we moved in our new house. There was no. Oh, guys, I have a story for you after this. Oh man. Oh,
I gotta make a
I
correction,
might cry
however.
telling the story. But anyways, yeah, we were going to move into our new house very soon.
Okay.
We might have had our Christmas tree in that house. I just gotta put it up
Oh,
there.
so it was there. but
Maybe.
You guys were
I
somewhere
just
else.
don't remember all the way.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So all the gifts were on our kitchen table, and we just opened them on Christmas Eve, and then had nothing for Christmas Day except for our one. Woo, and then our one more. And then, yeah.
I did lie. I always open presents on Christmas Eve. My parents were divorced, so I had a Christmas twice. Christmas Eve, Christmas
you
morning.
did.
Did you get
And
twice
that
as
was at
much
7
because of
a.m.
that?
You could argue I probably got more
You
because of that.
selfish.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
You could
Yeah,
argue I probably
right.
got more. Yeah. Like, I
Was
don't
there any
know.
sense of? I mean, obviously, like, not to judge your mom, but your mom probably knew she couldn't like financially match your
Correct.
dad
Every year.
Okay, was there any sort of like trying to outdo the other? Like, did your dad just try to completely out splurge your mom? Okay,
One year, my dad went. Like, I don't even remember what year it was, but there was one year where my dad went so hard. Like, my sister got presents and like $500 in gift cards to like Visa cards, and I was like, "What?" And like that same year, I got I got a new baseball bat, I got a new golf club. Like, my dad went hard. Like, I don't know what they did at the car dealership that December, or November. My dad was excited about
What
Christmas.
did Cody get? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I just remember like we opened we went out there and we're like, there are so many like this. Like, we literally said to my dad, like, there's too many gifts under this tree. Like, there should not be this many under the tree.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was never outdoing because I think everyone in the entire family knew like my mom wasn't gonna outdo my dad. However, my mom had a more wholesome like day per se, you know,
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
snacks that
Right,
we
right.
could
Yes.
guarantee.
I
There
mean,
was, you know,
any
food at home
mom's
cooked
any
meal.
mom's gonna just outdo a dad in that sense.
But my dad's by far the better cook.
Really?
Oh, my dad can throw.
I feel like most dads
But
are
my
like,
dad's
"Hey,
like
Christmas
the,
dinner.
My
Wanna go to
dad's
Denny's?"
like the dessert guy. Like, my dad's making every Christmas. I can guarantee we're getting fudge. We're getting some type of toffee that's freaking amazing, and we're getting something random. Like
Wow.
last year, he made toffee chocolate chip cookies. That
I
were
didn't peg your dad for that type of guy.
Oh, my dad can sling in the kitchen a little bit. And after that, like, my dad's like a big meal kind of guy. My mom's like a gazer throughout, or like a graze throughout the entire day. And so like we're getting some, and like my dad's like a dinner at night kind of guy on Christmas. My mom's like a dinner at 1 p.m.
That's how my family is.
And so it's like we kind of like piggybacked on it all. And so it was kind of like a mesh day all in one.
Nice.
There was a couple years where it was Christmas at my house, like as I got older, Christmas at my mom's, Christmas at my dad's, Christmas at my grandparents. Like, we had like 5, and Christmas at Danielle's.
Oh my
I had like
goodness.
5 Christmas to go do. I hate Christmas during those times because it's like I have so many
just
places
gotta do
to
it
go
so
to.
many
It sucks.
times, yeah.
And so like one year, I want to say it was like last year or the year before that, we were like, nope, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing it. Like, we'll come down 2 weeks early.
That's tough,
and do
though.
Christmas at
That's
your
a lot.
place. But like,
Right.
we're not doing the whole 5. And
Right.
it's getting significantly harder with 3 nieces. You know what I mean? Like, they get to have Christmas at their house, right?
goodness,
Like, isn't that
yeah.
fair?
Yeah.
You know? And so like it's like Christmas is becoming like different now, and it's like weird how it's growing and like adapting.
That's kind of cool though too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's just so different.
Everybody's like starting to create their
Is
own.
your, I mean, okay,
But it
Connor.
sucks because like both my brother and my sister like want me at their house during that Christmas time.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Like, you know, like they're like,
Right.
like, we want Uncle there
Right.
for them. So when they open up all the gifts, they can be like, oh, look what I got. You know,
I know
And it's
that's
like,
an
I can't be
interesting kind of
everywhere at
family
once.
dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
where I mean, like for Jay and I feel like ours are gonna be similar.
Yeah.
In which it's you wake up, you do your thing with your family, your just mom, dad, brother, sister.
Yes.
And then later in the day, you either go to your grandma's house or something like that, or they come to your house. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
mine was never even like that. Just
Okay.
simply because my grandparents are in Oregon here, and I was always in
oh
California.
yeah. I mean, I was just using your.
Oh, yeah,
You go
yeah,
to either
but
somebody
in
else's
terms
house in
of
the family, or
structure,
they
yeah.
come to you. You know, like,
Exactly. Yeah. There was
Right.
never any travel. There was never a
Yeah.
multi-day event.
Right.
It was always just wherever I am on Christmas Eve and Christmas. That's where I am.
My brother, my sister, and I all Christmas is our favorite holiday, except for like the last 6 years. Like we're like officially like
Just
over
it's
it
been
per
like
se.
stressful.
Like
It's
we
more of a
love
stressful
Christmas,
time.
but it's like, dude, there's so many miles put in the car during
Yeah.
those times. It sucks.
Yeah.
see, what's weird
You
is
have to
like
plan it all out
you know,
where it works out for everyone.
it's kind of easy to play the scenarios, but I would always go to my mom's side of the family for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I and like they're always on Christmas Day? What happens if I like meet a girl and she also comes from a very close family, and they're having their Christmas on Christmas Day,
That's
and they're
what you
sure as hell
gotta
not
start
changing it because I'm
Just
gonna-
'cause of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, do you have to alternate? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Every
Or do
other
we
year
or do we
you're
have to
going
not do we have to not spend Christmas together? Like that doesn't seem very
No,
fun.
you
know, like-
alternate. Maybe
yeah.
you say,
You alternate.
"Hey, I'm willing to go over and like spend some time with you, but I'll go."
Or
see
is
your
it
family
the
Christmas Eve."
Thanksgiving, Christmas the next year? Flip them.
No, what I would argue is
Oh, I see what you're
what I would argue is this: is you ask the question: is my family willing to push Christmas back 6 hours? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
Do
and
double
if it's
it.
not, for both families, then it's every other year. Like,
but
listen,
think about
my
6
mom's
hours
not
on
switching-
Christmas, dude. That's a long 6 hours.
No, I
Because you're
know.
eating every Christmas dinner's early. I feel like it's always like
Well,
3
see,
or
but that's the
4.
thing. Like for my dad, it's not.
Yeah, for your dad,
Dude, my
it's
dad, it's
nighttime.
like our dinner's at 7 or 8. You know,
Okay.
like, it's a normal dinner.
Is yours like a
time.
3 or 4? Everything?
Yeah, mine's like
It's like a
yeah,
3 or
sometimes
4.
we'll
Let's
do
get us,
one.
let's get us
Yeah, my
home
mom's
early.
like one or
Just a
two.
thing in the middle of the day,
Right.
and then also later at night you have like more. You're like
Yeah.
snacking all day.
Right.
Well, you're eating leftovers and
Yes.
eating all the pie and shit.
Yes.
Did you guys have the one random meal / dessert that
Yes.
someone made that it's not like you can't go buy it, like it's not something that's normal.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yes.
something a little out of the box, like but it's so good. And you
Deviled
put it
eggs,
everywhere.
bro.
See, deviled eggs, everyone has those.
So, I
Is
mean,
there
green
something
bean-
that like
green bean
your
casserole?
family does not have, like or that your family has that I would not have at mine?
Nah, I think we keep it pretty
My mom
standard.
standard?
and my nana love this thing called cranberry salad. It's
Okay.
like this cold desserty type thing that has like mashed cranberries and like marshmallows. And like it's
Sounds
I don't even know
foul.
how to I don't like it. There's coconut in it or something
So
like
it's
that.
really funny.
But it's that item that no one else is gonna have. But the only thing
My
is I don't
family,
like it.
you know what's funny? My family has the one thing that you guys, when I say it, you guys will be like, yeah, that's fucking a clack thing.
What is it?
Peanut butter pie.
You
Oh, yeah.
It's my on my mom's side who is like the peanut butter lovers. Like my mom is like the person
Peanut
who
butter
loves peanut
pie
butter.
sounds great. How
It's
do we make it? Or like
amazing.
what is it?
It's some type of mixture of cream cheese and a whole jar of peanut butter,
That's what I imagined it as.
like mixed up, and it's like
I
becomes
imagine
this
like a
fluff.
peanut butter
It's like
cheesecake.
it's like a fluffy
and it's like a
inner-
beautiful like cinnamon crunch, like
so it's like a peanut butter cream pie.
But when you do that and then you freeze it, and it comes out like
Oh,
it's,
so it's kind of
you
a
eat it
cheesecake. a little bit.
frozen.
you eat it when it's like frozen, and then
Oh, but it's like-
you let it
it's
thaw
like
a little
peanut
bit, but
buttery,
it's
you
like
know?
peanut butter and like hardly smooth. Oh, it's amazing.
I don't like pie, but I would be down for
Oh, dude, it's amazing. And every year, I can guarantee when my grandma and grandpa came down, like
oh,
they're
that's
bringing
new.
a peanut butter pie or making one. My grandma and grandma, I said that right, I promise. No, but I can guarantee they're bringing peanut
They were
butter pie.
very progressive.
And every year,
what it sounds like.
I can literally remember the conversation. It would be like, "Hey, is there anything special you guys want? Yeah, peanut butter pie. Where is it? Oh, you want peanut butter pie? Yeah, we want peanut butter pie. Are you gonna get it? Like, Are you making it? Like, where is it? I don't see it.
We have the same stuff every
every
year.
year.
You
Go-
should start that tradition for your life.
I could probably make peanut butter pie this year. My
should do
sister can make it, and it's really good. So I could just ask her how she did it.
Yeah.
And I have a cookbook that my grandparents made. Did I ever show you guys that?
That's really cool.
No, it's really stupid.
Oh, it's stupid.
So it's a cookbook, and
I
they
thought.
got
See,
printed-
I envisioned it like these are all the things you kids loved. Here are the recipes.
Me
That's what
too.
I'm imagining too.
And that's what I thought too. Until you open up, and one of them's like fucking PB&J, and you're like, oh, weird. That's how you make it. Like one's potato salad is like, wow, that's hard to make. Like it's like all these random things that are like basic shit, and you're like, huh? Why is this in a cookbook? Like we looked at it, and I was like, I literally said, I showed Danielle. And Danielle's like, what is this in a cookbook for?
Yeah.
And like, I thought it was the coolest thing when they handed it to me. And then like, I open up page 1, I go, are you fucking kidding me?
It was all like that.
Fruit salad.
Is it like,
And it's like, it's like cut up apples, cut up banana, cut up grape, and add whipped cream. It's like, whoa, whipped cream?
let me ask you, for PB&J, is it literally like put half jelly on bread, put half peanut butter on other, you know, like,
I mean, it's like very basic. I'll have to pull it out.
is it literally peanut butter and jelly, or you're like, it's like that kind of stuff?
It's that kind of stuff, and I want to say there was one like blatantly like on there like that, or like
like cereal.
yeah. Like I'm trying to think of what it was, but there was one so blatantly dumb like that I couldn't take it seriously. But like I know like potato salad's on there, and it's like potato salad. Like, no one has like a crazy potato salad recipe,
And no one has
It's all
trouble
the same.
finding out how to make it.
Yeah, it's
either.
all the same. You know what I mean? Like my potato salad's gonna say pretty damn similar to yours, unless I throw paprika in mine or something. You know what I mean? And then it's like paprika potato salad. Like it's no longer potato salad. Like,
Right.
You made it different at that point. It's not what it is.
Yeah, that's weird.
And so like this cookbook is like this really random thrown together thing that like they made a huge deal about for like 2 years.
Where is this?
Everyone's gonna get a cookbook. I don't know. I'll have to find it. But it's like one of those like
hilarious.
little like plastic ones that have like the plastic spiral at the end, like the
yeah.
really small one.
yeah.
It's not like this book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I'll never forget getting that and like kind of like in front of them, you know, looking at them like, oh my god, this is so amazing, and then in the back of my in the head, just being like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, but they spent the time on that.
Oh, no, they didn't.
They probably thought it was.
They pawned it off on someone else named one of my cousins, and my cousins had to like type it up and everything, and make it look all nice.
Oh no.
We had like the same. It's the same stuff every Christmas for us. One year it was different. My mom made like kebabs. I'm like, we're not doing this ever again. Like I told her, I was like, this is
These kebab
stupid.
shit sucks, Mom. What are you doing?
She's like, oh, we're just doing something different. I'm like, no, we're not. Anyways,
There was. Oh, go ahead.
so it's, I mean, ham, turkey, the staples, right?
Oh, you have
Yes.
both.
Yep,
Every
ham
year.
and turkey,
Oh,
and it's always really. My mom always does the ham and turkey, and it's always really nice stuff from like it's like farm raised, big old things.
Right.
We do regular mashed potatoes and garlic mashed potatoes, and gravy, salad, yams, stuffing,
Oh, so you're a yam guy. You say yam.
rolls, or I mean sweet potato, whatever you want to call it.
No, there's one way to call it. What is it? Sweet potato or yam?
It's sweet potato.
You said
I
yam.
would probably say a
Chad's a
yam.
yam guy.
I'm
Clearly,
a sweet
we
potato
know that.
guy.
We
Yeah.
learned that because that's what he went with.
I'd probably say
Yeah,
I mean
that is
cranberry
true.
sauce.
Nice.
I actually made cranberry sauce
Canned
one
or
time. It was
fresh?
Well, I made it one time fresh. It was money.
Really?
I would
I think
imagine
your
most of
cranberry
the time.
sauce fresh would be good.
I'm a big
cranberry
canned
canned.
gelatinous guy.
Are you?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's fucking psychotic.
Oh, you don't
That
like
explains
it?
so much about
Dude,
you.
I made it one time. Dude, well, actually, one of the best dinners I ever made was chicken and cranberry sauce, fresh cranberry sauce, and like
Oh my god!
mashed
Can we
potatoes.
just talk about something real quick, guys?
It was money.
How excited are we for Friendsgiving?
It's gonna be.
Oh,
so
it's gonna be
Is
so
Friendsgiving
good.
not one of the best times of the year
It's,
ever?
it's coming up. Did we do? Oh, we did. Yeah, we did one. We did one. We sure did.
But is Friendsgiving not like the greatest thing ever?
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Like
money.
Friendsgiving's so
No,
much
it's
fun.
that's a great. Millennials are good for that. Millennials
Yeah,
brought
I will-
Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving is
will
going to
agree.
be.
It wasn't a thing. Like, I would talk to my
absolutely
parents. They're like, "I wish we would have done that." We didn't do
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of like I feel like a
It's an Instagram thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
I
I
think
think-
it's a very college thing too.
Well, yeah,
It
and
is.
because I think we're getting to the point where it's no longer you go home for Thanksgiving all the time.
Exactly.
That's true.
I'm
That's fair.
I'm not going to go home for Thanksgiving this year. And it used to be my parents
Also-
would switch off.
Yeah.
And like I'm no longer going home on Thanksgiving if I don't like if we're not all going to go somewhere, I'm not going to
not
just
gonna
go.
go.
You know what I mean?
Friendsgivings are a thing. It's like they also kind of turn to a chore because you have so many different friend groups that want to have a Friendsgiving with you. And it's
Correct.
like, man, I got to go to all these things. But then it's like once you show up there, it's always a blast.
amazing.
It's always a good time.
So
you
it's
know?
like,
yeah.
so like my Friendsgiving every year, like when, because obviously we're gonna have one here, like, why? Of course we're gonna.
And you're gonna make
and
peanut
like
butter
I'm
pie.
what?
And you're gonna make
I'll
peanut
make
butter pie.
peanut butter
We're
pie.
learning that.
And every year it's fun because like I get to cook and it's enjoyable because it's like I know everyone's gonna like it, but like it puts the pressure on, you know. And like every year, I get a little help from. I know you two are gonna help out. Some random person will help and bring a dish, but like.
Yeah.
Last year at Friendsgiving it was freaking awesome because what we
a great
did
time.
was instead of doing one big Thanksgiving, we kind of had it come in waves. If you guys
I remember
last
that
year.
because I was somewhere else and then I got
Danielle's
here late.
friends that like new one came first.
Yeah.
We kind of had a little mini Friendsgiving where like I had already made all the food, and then they kind of slowly rotated out, and then that's when our friends from North came. And you guys were like here the whole time.
Yeah, I was
it
like,
wasn't
I don't
different for you
remember
guys.
this.
But like other people came in waves that like knew each other, so it wasn't like, if that makes sense. So like like this year when we invite Danielle's Dutch friends, come and say like, let's invite your Dutch friends at 1:00. And then we'll invite your North, your friends.
So
from
then
the
by
North
the time
at
they're
3
ready to
o'clock.
leave.
Because
Then
when
you
they're
got
starting
a
to
new-
leave,
a
it's
new
like,
batch.
oh, we have new friends coming in.
Right.
And it's like something like new the entire time. And they're all bringing random stuff too, because it's like potluck-esque, you know?
Right.
But it worked out so well last year. Because it's like, we got to see everyone. We were all in the same spot. But at the same time, it's like we didn't have to like collide everyone at once.
Yeah, that's kind of
and like mash it
You
all.
still got
'cause-
to have like kind of like designated
yeah,
sectioned off
exactly. And you section
Right.
off time. And if someone wants to stay the whole time, stay.
Right,
Like,
it's great.
Like get along with everyone.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
sure, yeah.
But if you don't want to have to deal with a bunch of people you don't know,
you're good
then
to
you
go.
got your 2-hour time slot.
Right.
Yeah.
Friends games are cool. I remember. Was it the first Friends game I ever did? Was probably my first one with you.
Megan's?
Yeah, that was a
That
lot
was
of
a great
fun. That was a
time.
really good
We had
time.
a good time.
That was a lot of fun.
The food you and I made was money.
Oh my goodness.
Spectacular.
I don't remember what it was, to be honest with you, but no, I'm
You
sure it
remember
was
the
great.
turkey, the fall off the bone turkey?
Oh, I do remember that.
And
I
then
do
we
remember
made
that.
stuffing.
We did do that. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else we made. And then is that the same time when what's her name? Bitch tits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was such a great night.
Story. Yeah.
What's her name?
Should we say it? We know who we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. We do know what we're talking about. I can't even think of her name.
I know.
But yeah, she was there, and like I was like explaining her how to play a game because we were getting ready to play spades, and she doesn't know how to play spades.
Which
So
I mean, it's just funny. Friends games are great for just playing games with your
card
friends.
game, whatever games. And so like I'm like she's gonna be on like someone else's team, so I'm like explaining her how to play. Okay. She goes, and like she says something like, "You don't need to teach me. I know what I'm doing." And like she's making the wrong moves. I'm like, okay, like that's fine.
Yeah.
And then like and then like she's explaining another game or something like, and then she like I don't even remember the exact like thought. And then and the reason why it all happened is because she was Asian, just like Danielle.
Okay.
And I made the joke earlier in the day. She was like, like I was like, oh, yeah. Like Megan said, oh, is Danielle coming? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, who's Danielle? Like, is she nice? And I was like, she's Asian. You'll like her. Like as like a complete
Total Connor joke.
like a
Total Connor
me
joke.
Definitely a Connor.
And,
Yeah.
and it's a me
Did she
joke.
not know you well enough at that point?
No,
Oh,
they
I
met
don't know her at all.
about 5 minutes prior.
So
I don't
you
know
gotta
her
be
at all.
careful there.
Oh,
Because not everyone's gonna appreciate that.
Hold on. I know you got to be careful. However, I'm dating a Vietnamese girl.
True.
Half
You
Vietnamese
have
girl. Like I have like not necessarily the right to say it because I didn't mean it in a racist way. I said it because it's the exact same thing she was thinking. You know what I mean? Like Danielle, every time I go, oh yeah, this person, yeah, like this Asian person, she's like, oh my god, I can't wait to meet him. Like it's just like we've talked about this. There's this thing where when you get to meet someone with the same ethnicity, you root for that person. You know what I mean? Okay. And so like I was just saying it as like a joking matter because Danielle would be so pumped to meet someone like that. Yeah. And so like I said it, I was like, yeah, she's Asian. You're gonna really like her. And she goes, oh, is she a girl too? Like, is that why? Like, do I just need anybody like a white person over here for you? And I was like, whoa, I didn't realize I was gonna anger you.
What was your reaction?
I literally said, I was like, whoa, I didn't realize I was gonna anger you.
Hands up like that?
Yeah, I was like,
There's
huh?
been very few times, maybe only one time,
Yeah.
and we colonized friendship, which has been it's been a while now, where Connor has literally said nothing out of spite, and also because he doesn't want to make it awkward for everybody there.
Right.
That was one of them.
So she's like, I know how to play. All right, but it wasn't. I even said that too nice. It was like I know how to play.
Oh, and
It
she
was-
said like 3 things,
And you didn't
and
say
then
anything?
no, and I didn't say a word, and then one time she shushed me.
Oh yeah, no, she was
Straight up, she goes, shh, like that, and I go, I literally look.
No.
We're playing card game, and I was
You were just
talking,
about to say something.
She was not out. She was not trying to be friends with Connor.
purposely being a absolute bitch, and I literally never said a word the entire night, and I wanted to be so. I said one thing the entire night. What did I say? And it was like a subtle jab. It was like a.
Probably
I know
something-
how I'm playing, and I said or something like that. And I was like, it's very clear in the way you play, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was, but it was
very
something that
apparent, yeah.
everyone else understood and like laughed. But I said no. I said one thing that was mean, and I'm trying to remember what it was, and she like knew it was. I said one thing that was kind of rude, and it was like super funny because everyone started laughing, and I was like, "Finally got you back, bitch!" Like you were really doing it all night, and I finally said, and I said something that wasn't like rude, but it was like enough to be like, "Ooh, that was a good burn," and I can't remember what it was, but it was like
That was a great time though.
that was
It
a
like,
phenomenal night.
Yeah.
Well, and like Cassidy, her name, blonde, that worked at the country club with you.
I don't know if she came there.
She
I know
did.
Kelly was there.
Kelly came
with
and
Cole.
Cassidy and her boyfriend came.
Shane.
Shane.
Was
yeah.
he there?
Yeah, they came.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they came.
I know Ryan came. Ryan, who was a pro, and he was leaving in
Ryan
the next
came
couple
and he was
days.
getting ready to leave.
Yeah, that was fun.
Myself, Danielle, whatever. her name
Cam was there.
Cam
massive.
came. Yeah.
It's
It
all in
was
that
good.
small
It was all in that tiny
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah, I brought like table and chairs from like because we have a bunch of
It
table and
was
chairs.
so much fun.
It was like really good time.
a good time.
But I mean, just like all Friendsgiving. I mean, yours last year. Remember we were watching basketball.
We were watching basketball. We played games.
Yeah.
It was kind of like anyone came over and did it. No, that wasn't Friendsgiving. But yeah, like it just random
This
people were
year's
coming
gonna be
in,
good.
random people were coming
This year's
out.
gonna be good.
We had a ton of people here. That
See,
was
like,
a
how
great
are we
time.
almost already there?
I don't know, but now we're talking about I'm getting hyped.
I'm kind of
It's a great time of the year.
I would
You know what
argue that's my favorite holiday now.
Friendsgiving. Yeah, it's a good time.
It mostly because it's like not to be selfish. I don't have to travel.
Yeah.
I don't have to go
Well,
there for
because
Friendsgiving.
most of the time for our friend group,
It's here.
well, yeah, because you're the only one that's gonna have a house.
But yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's so.
You know, maybe a
easy
couple
for
years
me.
from now we can
Yeah,
bounce
maybe it
around a little
changes.
bit. Yeah.
But for right now, this is gonna be the spot.
I mean, I'll probably go up north at some point because Kyler will want to cook for everyone, and
Yeah.
and I'll
Well, and
love
also
that.
you just enjoy cooking, or
But yeah,
you may not enjoy cooking. You just like serving people.
No, but I do. I definitely do. And
Yeah.
I like cooking too. Like,
Right.
I like it the whole bit. But I like being the hostess of
Yeah.
the whole house.
The hostess.
Hostess. He was correct.
We're gonna, okay. We're gonna stick with that. Hostess.
Did I say it wrong?
No.
No, that was
Yeah, you said it proper.
Okay. You wanted to correct me.
No, I just want to make sure I heard you correctly.
Oh, as host female or as hostess female? I get what I was saying now. Yeah, I'll be the hostess. It's okay. I'll take it. I'll wear one on the sleeve.
All right, I gotta share a story with you guys because it's actually gonna be okay. So this was, I mean, right before we started this, I was telling you guys about how I don't think I could share my like.
The worst story.
Yeah. So this is the story I was gonna tell instead, which is more so about me.
Sure.
Okay. So the reason I thought about this is because when we were building our new house, we moved into it and it wasn't even done. Like my mom just like, because like my family wasn't doing very well financially, we basically were building the house as my parents got money to add stuff to it. So like we moved in our house, there was no floor. It was really just the kind of baseboard stuff was our floor. So like we never wore barefoot. We always had socks on. You know what I mean? Like there's no the kitchen and bathrooms had like the tile in there.
Okay.
But no, there's no floor.
Right.
There's also no doors to anything. No doors to the bedrooms. No doors to the bathrooms.
You guys moved in early then.
Yeah. Anyways, also during this time, this was a big time for my family. My mom was just like kind of going through some health stuff, and she was going to some doctors. She said like stress is not good for you.
Yeah.
You know, if your kids add any sort of stress to your life, it's not good for you right now. So I went and lived with my aunt for probably a month or two. My sister and I both did. Yeah. But maybe even more than a month or two. It was a long time. But we'd go back and like visit my parents on like Sundays all day.
Yeah.
One day, my family was all fighting and stuff. Like, you know, I don't know what exactly it was about. And it was really hard on my dad because he's trying to be there for my mom, but also like, trying to keep up with us. And like, you know, he just had to be, he was the backbone for that period of time, right? Now, also, his business is getting started. You know, he's trying to get that going. Like, it was a bad time for him and just our family. Anyways, we're all yelling for whatever reason. And I made some stupid comment to my dad out of anger, and I was like being rude. I wasn't like from a good place. It was from being rude. Said something about how like we couldn't even get doors in our house or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and my dad just started crying, and I'm like, oh my goodness! Like I'm the biggest, I'm the worst person on the planet right now. You know what I mean? I'm terrible. Like,
How old are you at this point?
I'm a sophomore in high school. Like I was old enough to like.
Old enough to know that.
I was old enough. Anyway, don't remember how we left. I remember I left shortly after that, and went back to my aunt's house.
Yeah.
And my aunt and I have never had a moment like this in our life. Never will again. Because her sons aren't like this.
Yeah.
Her sons aren't emotional kids. They're like, you know, always cussing at each other, like, you know, making fun of each other. Like they're kind of like us usually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sitting on my cousin's bed, bawling my eyes out, and my aunt's like just like kind of there consoling me, and I'm just like telling her like, you know, I can't believe I said that, like, you know what I mean? And like basically she's like telling me, hey, it's okay, like, you know, your dad knows you love him, like, and I called my dad up and just said, I'm so sorry, like, and he's still very upset, like,
Sure.
and just kind of told me how, like, like one day you're gonna understand, like, he's like, hopefully you don't have to, but one day you're gonna understand, like, how hard it is to truly, like, provide for your family in a time where there's so much, like, stress involved. And he's like that was just a dagger, you know what I mean, like, because, like, it was teeing off on him, you know what I mean, it was like a, you're not even good enough to get doors in our house, you know what I'm saying, like, oh,
that's why you said it,
yeah, it was so bad, like, and I feel like that was just, like, such a trigger flip, like, in terms of, like, mindset for me. Yep. I feel like that was, if there's like moments in your life that you're like, I changed drastically because of that moment, it was like, I've been so much more grateful and appreciative of things my parents, like, just like, maybe I don't want to say it, but just like from a perspective wise, like, man, like, yeah.
Right. That's kind of like that one that snapped you back into reality. Because when you're in, let's say, high school or a little
that's
bit,
like, okay, kid.
Everything revolves around you.
Yep.
If you're inconvenienced or something like that, you have no idea what's going on in the in the background of stuff.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, and it isn't.
Oh, dude, like, I just got worked up even saying that. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe. There's some things that, like, you say in your life, you're like, I can't even. It's like, no, it's like, I can't even believe.
I told my mom she had to pick between her current husband and I.
I know that. See, would you care to elaborate? You can just tell me no. Maybe you don't remember. You said in that conversation,
ask whatever you want.
You were like, there were some things that I said that I know I shouldn't have said.
I mean,
and that's, you kind of left it at that.
I'm not a cusser in front of my family.
Me neither.
And I'll tell you right now, I went off on my mom.
Okay. And the third,
I may have brought up the fact that it was her third marriage.
Well, and that was
the fact
Greg.
That you're getting married and someone in 6 months afterwards, and I hardly know the guy. Like, bravo, glad you're getting married after 4 months. Like, looks real good on your track record. Like, things like that. Like some things that you would never say.
Also, I mean, did your mom, like, sit you guys down ever and say, hey, just so you know, like, this is what's going on, like, I know it's tough, like, was there ever those types of conversations, or was just like, or was just like, hey, I met a guy, we're gonna, like, those are obviously very two.
It's tough because I was so young to sit here and say, like, no, it was this, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but I do remember, like, introduction, like, Greg will talk about stories about when I met him and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't remember Greg prior to marriage, if that makes sense. Like, I don't remember my mom and Greg's dating life.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't very long, but I don't recall that. Like, I don't remember that being a thing. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
Even though I was in high school, like, I don't recall them dating. I could recall one thing when Tommy and my mom were dating, which was her second husband.
And you said you liked that guy?
He was a great dude. And like, my mom would say he was a good dude.
Right.
His one issue was he owned his own company. He was a logger. He woke up at 2 a.m. and went to bed by 4 p.m. every day. My mom worked a normal shift, so when my mom was off at 5, he was already asleep.
Right.
And so they never saw each other. And when it was weekends, he didn't want to do anything. And when I say he didn't want to do it, he didn't want to do anything. Like, worse than me playing video games. Like, he didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Because he was so exhausted. He would work 80-hour weeks.
Right.
And so it's like he didn't want to do anything. And so, like, it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget. Do you guys... Oh, man, what is the candy bar called? He introduced me to 2 candy bars. My very first time ever meeting him, and the reason why I like Tommy, from the start, was he brought me not a whatchamacallit, but they're like a white chocolate with peanut candy bar, and it's called a Big Hunk. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
He brought me a Big Hunk, and he's like, hey, bud,
like
I just
nougat.
wanted... What?
It's like nougat.
I don't know what it all
I've never
is.
had one.
Okay.
But it's
white
like
chocolate?
hard. Yeah, it's like this like big long white. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And like he like brought it into me. He's like, hey, bud, before I take your mash, I wanted to give you this and say hi and blah, blah. And I remember like getting this piece of candy and like.
Oh, you never met him? That was the first time you met him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like that is like my first thought of him was like him giving me candy, and I'm like, I fucking like this guy.
Give
me
That's a baller
This
move.
guy's a baller. You know what I mean?
He'd used that a time or
This
two
guy
before.
knows what he's doing, right?
He was seasoned vet. Well done, my friend.
And so like I really like remember that moment, and so like every time I think of Tommy, like I
so
think of
funny
that moment,
that you remember
and so it's
that.
like, why would I not love this
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
He's
like
good.
he also brought me like a whatchamacallit like the next time, and I had never had a
He
whatchamacallit.
brought me Kenny just like that guy in the van.
But like all these things, and it's like I don't recall that time frame with them. I just recall being very rude to my mom and making my mom cry, like in front of me, yelling at her to the point where like she is crying, trying to not let it get to her, and I'm clearly getting under her skin, and I wanted to.
Right.
Like my intent was not to be not cordial. My intent was to hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I wanted emotional pain,
Right.
and that's terrible. Like I would never do that again. And it like taught me a very valuable lesson. But it's something I could never talk to my mom about.
Yeah.
It's like you asked me like, what's something you want to tell your mom? You know, like that question. It's like I don't want to talk to my mom and tell her like I'm sorry for not going to your wedding.
Yeah.
Like I hope it's just an unspoken thing that you understand now, because I don't ever want to bring it up because I know it's going to happen. You're going to get waterworks. I'm going to get waterworks, and it's just going to be a sad fucking time, and neither of us need that.
It would be a sad fucking time, but I bet your mom would have loved to hear you say that, though.
I don't think she would.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. I mean, you know,
Would that
you
do
know
anything
mom.
for you?
No.
Okay.
Like it's not like it's a burden. Like I just it's like one of those moments. Like if I could go back,
Yes.
I would have definitely been there because I love my mom. I've always gotten along with my mom great, and so it's like
Do you think Cody and Erica would say the same thing?
it's tough. They were later in life.
True.
They might have been more busy. My problem is like
More
if the
busy,
wedding was
though,
at
but I
home-
mean, it's your mom's wet. I go,
but
you know,
the
like,
problem
would they have been
is
there?
but my problem is that my mom got married in Vegas.
Okay, that's
It
tough.
wasn't home,
Right, that's-
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it
that's
wasn't
tough,
like
that's
a day thing. It was like a week thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like we had to go and be there and
Right.
do it. And like I can't even remember what time I was. Like I was, you know, a freshman in high school. I might have been in baseball and stuff, you know? Like there's just
Tyler.
some things like
If you get married in Timbuktu, Jay and I are going to go.
Timbuktu.
We're
No, I
going to
know,
be there. You know what I mean?
no, but I'm just saying in general, like I feel bad, but it's like no one else went to the wedding except for Greg's family.
Yeah.
Like no one else was there. Like they
Right.
didn't invite family and friends.
Right.
Right.
Like there was like my grandparents were there and that's it.
Okay.
Like his mom and dad, my mom's mom and dad, and his kids were the
So it's
only
more
ones
of
at the
like a
wedding.
guilty by association type of a thing where it was
Yeah.
easier for you to not go since
Exactly.
you weren't.
We
the only
were all
one.
busy, and it was my entire family. We were like, nah, we just can't make time to go.
Yeah.
And like going back,
I mean-
it's like I should have like
But here's what
I
I'm
should
saying.
have forced myself.
Here's what I'm saying.
Right.
If it was number one, you were going to be there.
Yeah. It was the fact that it was number 3, and it was
Oh, of course. Yeah.
3 to 6 months after she just got
Right,
divorced.
right.
That it was like, okay, we're gonna have another 4th. You know.
Right. I mean,
You know,
was
don't
there
worry, there won't be
was,
another mom.
was there a inconvenience factor? Yes, but there's also like there's some spite factor there also.
Oh, no,
you know?
for sure.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a mixture.
Right.
And so like. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would help either party bringing it up nowadays. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
oh, no,
Just
I-
because
I
we
get
get
it.
along
Yeah.
so well. It's like Greg and I are opening like a business together. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's not like
What?
there's any animosity.
Yeah.
It's just like if I could go back, I definitely would have changed the way I treated the situation for
Right.
sure. Because I definitely treated it like a child.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be the easiest way to describe it.
And there's some things. I think the way you just said that, like treat it like a child. When you were saying you were trying to hurt your mom, there's like kind of like the thing I said to my dad. Like sometimes kids can say things that are so much more hurtful than adults can.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So much.
Which is weird because
you don't yet have the filter.
right.
You know.
But I mean, you do. But it's like
Well,
There's a moral filter, but there's
Yeah.
maybe not like a.
No,
I don't
no.
know the possible damage I could be doing.
No, not
Because
even
I'm-
that. What it is this. It's you say the truth.
yeah. But I mean, okay, for
It is
example,
110% the truth.
Yeah.
When you said it as a kid, you obviously it was from a
Yeah.
bad place, but you meant every word you
Right,
said,
right.
and that's what hurt.
Right.
When I said it to my mom, saying, "Oh, there's gonna be a 4th. Oh, it's 6 months. That looks real good on track record." It was the truth,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and no one else had the balls to say something along those lines. Nor no one should.
maybe not the balls. I
But
don't
you know
think it's the
what I'm
balls.
saying?
I think it's like the audacity.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like the problem is a kid says the truth. You know,
Yeah.
like a kid's well, I shouldn't say kids tell the truth all the time. There are some things they say that aren't good. Like Cora the other day said to my brother, like, "My dad hit me," and it's like,
Yeah,
"My
yeah.
dad choked me and pushed me down the stairs," or like random things like, and like my brother's like, "We don't have the stairs." Like, what? Cora, you can't say those things. You know, like things
Right.
like that you know like aren't true. But then they say stuff like that, like when they're a little older. And what the problem is that it's 110% the truth, and that's what hurts.
Mm-hmm.
When you say that to your dad, it's like, I'm failing as a parent right now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
my kids can see it.
Right.
That's what he was saying to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's the crappy part. It's because you didn't mean it, but you meant it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And that's the
I
hard
think
part.
in both of our scenarios,
Yeah.
we meant it and meant it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's the harder
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Like I try to think like when I am a dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I of course want to be the best. I don't think any parent wants to be not the best. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and your kid just throws
Could you
something.
imagine? Yeah.
It's like your kid just throw. I mean, this is like this is part of you. You know what I mean? Like you've
Yes.
given them you give your kids everything,
Yeah.
and they just like I don't want to say stab you in the back by any means, but you know what I'm saying? Like they just like
They go for the heart though.
gut punch.
Yeah.
Like just oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Because you as the kid, you're just not going to recognize that effort level that is there. You
right,
just kind
that
of
they've
something
put
that
to you. It's
is
like, it's just
there.
you. That's all you know.
It's just
like,
exactly.
yeah, when it's all you know, it's all. Yeah, actually, that's kind of it. It's like,
Yeah.
when all you know is your parents living to kind of serve you.
Exactly.
It's just like, nah, this is what it is.
That's just what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so when
just
it
kind of,
stops, it's like, wait, what?
right.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Weird turn in this. Just like in general, but like I had it so different. It's so weird looking at how you grew up versus how you grew up versus how I grew up. I grew up in a split household, you know what I mean? Since it was a divorce. So like I don't think I really had the opportunity to say something to my dad ever that would have hurt. I don't recall
your
that.
dad's just a different type of guy.
But
though.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can honestly say I've said something to almost every family member that was like, shouldn't have said that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of one for my dad. Or my sister. My sister hated me for like
You're
4
saying
years.
you can't think of something that you could have said, or you can't think
of
of
something
that you
that
said
I
that you
ever
would
did
regret.
say. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can't.
Like,
I
but
mean,
my opportunities were so much
while you guys were
slimmer.
telling those, I was trying to think of something that like maybe I've said or something like that I like just regret so much.
Right.
But at the time, there were things that it's like, I should have said that, but nothing that I look back on right now that it's like, I hurt my parents in that way. It was just adolescent shit. You
Yeah,
know?
I've never said anything to my sister that was like on anything near that level.
See, I've blown up on my brother before.
Well, I mean, your brothers.
But I don't recall my sister, and I don't recall my dad, but like I've blown up on, I said this shit to Greg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said this shit to my mom. I said shit to Rochelle. Like, you know, I've came at people before, don't get me wrong. And so it's just like weird thinking about that. But I also had less opportunity. Like, to say my dad wasn't there would be wrong, but I went to know my dad every other weekend.
Yeah.
For 2 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like I had the opportunity to come at him.
Yeah. There wasn't a large sample size of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
to
Yeah.
ream them on.
Right.